Girl, what you smiling for? Because it is 2026 and we have made it. I am so super excited. What I wanted to start with today is January the 2nd. We have gone to the gym. It is almost noon and we're getting ready to go to the grocery store. But what I want to do, this video is going to be more so for me to look back on in 12 months from now, maybe even 3-4 months from now, but for sure 12 months from now, because it is the day that I have decided to work with my trainer on my nutrition. If you have been following me for a while, you know I have gone and worked with a trainer since February of last year. So going to the gym with a trainer is not a problem for me. Is it a struggle some mornings? Absolutely. But right now we do 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do have enough sessions in the rears where I had to miss because of travel that I'm able to do 4 days per week for the months of January and February. So we are going to do that. But what I did today was I did my in-body assessment and I sat with her and I said, hey, look, I know what my issues are, and my issues are nutrition. And if I don't get my nutrition in order, everything I'm doing in the gym will not matter. And I'll try to, actually, I don't have to try. I got it right here. And so just to put it in reference, let me pull up my Fit app. Wait a minute. It's on Feel Fit. Okay, so I'll put this up on the screen, but what happens is this shows me in the Feel Fit app where I was from 11/18 to 12/22, and you can change it from week to month to year. So if we look at year, that's 25, 26, I think there's 191. So here we go. 12/29, nope, I don't want, that's 25. I want one. Okay, so January 27, 2025, I was 190 pounds. And then I started working out probably in February, and maybe this February 24th date, I was 192 pounds. And then March 31st, I was up to 192.4. And looks like my highest, that's not even higher than that. My highest might have been that 192.4. Well, this morning, I weighed in at 186.6. So if you think about it, I've only lost 4 pounds from last year to this year. And I had a trainer that I was working out with 3 days a week. It is not the gym's fault. It is my nutrition fault. And I knew that. And part of this story that I want to talk about today is the sheer fact of you need to know when to ask for help, and then you need to make sure that you're ready for help. I always knew it was my nutrition. This wasn't anything new. I always knew it was my nutrition, but I never asked for the help with my nutrition because I wasn't really ready to tackle my nutrition. I kind of half-assed it and saying, oh, well, I'll meal prep today. And then as you saw through some of the vlogs, half the stuff got thrown in the trash. Okay. And so this year I am committed to working on my nutrition, and in response to that, I asked her for help this morning. So my gym time was at 8:30 this morning. However, I got there probably about 8:40, and I told her I was going to be a little late and I wanted to work on strategy. Well, this is the cool thing. Her 9 o'clock canceled. And so I was then able to do the strategy session with her and do my workout at 9. So anyways, what I want to talk about is my in-body assessment, and I'll take a screenshot of this and put it up. But here's what I've got. And again, if this is boring to you, you can go ahead and log off. This is really for me so that I can look back and be so amazed at how far I have come. But if you stick around with me, I'd appreciate that as we just go through this. So an in-body assessment is looking at your fat composition, looking at your muscle composition, your water weight, all of that into one. And so it has what my intracellular water is, extracellular water, dry lean mass, body mass, all that kind of stuff. And then so my weight with her on the in-body scale this morning was 187.1. So not too far off from my scale here that was at 186.6. And then from my muscle fat analysis, my skeletal muscle mass is 62 pounds and my body fat mass is 74.9 pounds. I would be considered obese because I have a BMI of 32.1 and my percent body fat is 40. And so then it has some lean analysis as it goes from your right and left arm, your trunk, your right and left leg. And then it has a section at the bottom that is your body composition history. So literally this was December 27th, 2024. Oh, maybe I've been doing this for longer than February. because it's got December 27, 2024. I weighed in at 188.1. And then January 2nd, 2026, I'm at 187.1. So I've only lost a pound since the first in-body assessment ever. And then skeletal muscle mass went from 62.6 to 62. So I've made no progress. Percent body fat started at 40. I'm still at 40. And then, I don't know what this number is, but it's 0.381. I basically did nothing as far as numbers, but I am still celebrating because guess what? I made it to the gym on a consistent basis, working out with the trainer. So that in and of itself is an accomplishment. Okay. Then over here, under this section over here, is going to be another type of analysis, and it's the body fat to lean body mass control. My body fat mass, again, is what the goal, what they want me to do is to lose 41.4 pounds is what they want me to lose. And then it has your fat analysis, visceral fat 17, and they want it to be a max of 10. Visceral fat is that fat that is around your midsection as well as what is around your what you call them? Around your around your organs. So that's what visceral fat is. And so you want it to be a max of 10. Mine's at 17. So I got to work on that. And then basic metabolic rate, your BMR, mine is 1,470. That is basically what it takes for me to stay alive on a daily basis with my current weight, muscle, and fat mass. Okay. So I would have to have a diet that's at least 1,470 calories just to keep me alive doing the bare minimum. All right. And so we went through all of that, and then she put up some stuff for me. So she wants my skeletal muscle mass to be 72 because it should be 40% of where I'm at. And right now it's at 62. So that means I've got to put on some muscle. So that's about 10 pounds of muscle that I need to put on. We know that's going to be from weight training and protein and eating clean. And then percent body fat, I'm at 40, and it should be, women should be of my age, 20 to 30%. And it was interesting because she said even then people, if you go to certain doctors, they may still consider you obese, but we're shooting for 20 to 30%, and I'm at 40%. So the other thing she did is she gave me my protein, carbs, and my fat goals because I told her I wanted to know what I should be eating. And now she's given me this before, but again, it was just on the paper. I saw it, and I might have done it for 2 or 3 days, but that was it. So we're doing it right this time. I hope my camera don't die. If it does, I'll come back to y'all. But anyways, so we got protein. I should get 120 grams of protein a day. And this is what I found interesting because I said, 120 grams of protein. My Jocko milk is 30 grams. If I drink 2 of those a day, that's 60. She says, well, hold on. She said, there's a reason shakes are considered supplement. You really want to get your protein from the food that you eat. So that's the chicken, the fish, the meatballs, that kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay. I didn't realize that before. And then you supplement with your shakes. Okay. So protein, I'm shooting for 120 grams a day. Carbs, I found was very interesting. 190 carbs per day, grams. And then fat is 50. And then she said, this is where we're going to start. And then as we progress and work on this, we may move some of the carbs to fat, etc. And then she wants me to eat every 3 to 4 hours so that I'm getting 4 meals in and some snacks. And so therefore my 4 meals for protein, I should have about 30 grams of protein with each meal. And then the other thing that I want y'all to know is protein and carbs, they are 4 calories every time you eat, and then fat is 9 calories. So therefore we came up with a total caloric intake for me of 1,690. Now that's more than my BMR of what it would actually take me to live. But again, that we're working on all these numbers. This is a starting place. I'm going to change this battery and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And so we were going through the total calories. So 1,690, I'm going to be eating 4 meals per day. And so that is going to be my nutrition. We're going to go to the grocery store. You'll see what I pick up, and then you'll also see what I am meal prepping. Now, I told her, she asked me, do I know what I eat in a normal day? And the answer is no, because I have not been doing a good job of actually writing down what I eat. And she made another good point. She said, if you start eating the same things over and over, you don't have to guess how much fat and carbs is in this avocado, etc. You already know. So it's going to be some consistency in what I eat as I get to a point of losing the weight that I want to lose. Okay. And that's going to be discipline in and of itself. I don't mind eating the same things over and over, but at some point I also get tired of eating the same things over and over again. But we're just going to have to take our mind, put it over our body, and knock this out. And I'm not saying, in April, May, or June that I'm still going to be eating ground turkey and sweet potatoes every day. Okay. I have just got to get off, at least if I can get off 20 of these pounds, I would just feel so much better. Okay. So we're going to play this by ear. Y'all are going to be with me for the full journey, so you can see the ups and the downs and all that good stuff. The other thing that we talked about was cardio. So I told her, I'm going to do what you tell me to do. This is the year of trust the process when it comes to fitness. So whatever you tell me to do, that's what I'm going to do. And so she wants me to get at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes per day, 4 days a week of cardio, and my heart rate should be between 140 and 150. Okay. I said, okay, so when you say target heart rate of 140 to 150, is that for the entire 20 minutes? What does that look like? And she said, for the first 5 minutes, you should be getting your heart rate to the target. And then from there, you're going to have the rest of your workout be the target rate. And then you're going to do your cool down and you'll leave. So at 30 minutes, you've got 5 minutes to rev your body up, and you've got 20 minutes to actually be at that target heart rate. And then you got another 5 minutes of cool down. So this morning, I decided to do the stair climber, and if y'all know, I don't really like the stair climber. I have 3 flights of stairs here at this apartment complex, okay? But I did it, and I did it for 20 minutes, and my average heart rate was 151. So that was spectacular. And guess what? It was only on level 4. So I was thinking from a heart rate standpoint, I got to be at like 7 or 8 up here. No, it was level 4. It was not difficult. I put on a vlog and I just walked it out. Okay. And that was cool. And she says whenever she's on it, she think of the first 10 minutes as going out and then 10 minutes coming back. So again, a lot of this stuff is in your mind, and you just got to train your mind and overcome your mind to tell your body, hey, I can do this for 20 minutes. So that was the second part. The third part we talked about was alcohol. Y'all, I am devoted and committed to streamlining this alcohol. And what I'm having in my mind is a couple of things. One, I was thinking no hard liquor for the first 3 months of the year. I think I can do that. The second thing I was thinking of is only drinking when I actually go to like a conference. So I'm going to Asheville, January 14th through the 17th. And then I got semi-conference the first part of February. So if I only drank during those times and when I'm actually out, maybe like with friends, I won't feel deprived. But sitting here in the house, just drinking wine, drinking Crown Vanilla, drinking beer every day, that's got to stop. Okay, so that's just point blank and simple. I don't know how I'm going to figure that out yet. I don't know what that goal is going to be, but I do plan to set parameters around that. Am I giving up all drinking? Absolutely not. But I have got to come up with some boundaries of the drinking. I'm actually going to craft and draft today with medical meetings of the mind, just me and some folks from the Pharmacy Association go hang out. So again, this is all going to be figured out as I go. And if you're the type person who you're trying to figure out these things for 2026 as you go, then this is going to be where you need to be on this Living with Randi channel. So with that being said, let's get ready and head out to the grocery store. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is good. This whole thing comes down. Just to show you what I'm wearing to the store, I am two-piece city, y'all. Like, I love a good two-piece. And I found several two-piece outfits at Belk. Actually, I need to push this down, not up. I found me several two-piece outfits at Belk, and I absolutely love them. This one actually came from TJ Maxx. I've picked up a couple from there, and I picked up several. I picked up 7 actually from Belk. Okay, so this winter is going to be the winter of two-piece outfits, and if I can find me some in the summertime, it's going to be the summer of two-piece outfits, because again, it's something I don't have to think about. I just put on an undershirt, put on the outfit, and throw on my Skechers slide-ins, and we're out the door. That was another thing that Winona told me this morning that stood out. She said, Renata, I know eating the same things every day can be bland and can get annoying, but also think of it as this one less thing that you got to think about. Because I know for the last 2 weeks, Sean and I have been like, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm so sick of trying to figure out what to eat. So if you live in that mentality of you're eating just to live, then it doesn't matter what you're feeding your body, because you can feed your body something healthy, because the end point is I'm eating so that I can live, so that I can build up my temple and my body, and not necessarily do it for taste. Does that mean mean you never go out to eat again? Absolutely not. Does that mean that you never have fried pork chops again? Absolutely not. But what it does say is when it is time and you want to have those things, that you can, because all the rest of the time you just ate the same things over and over. So it kind of takes some of that guesswork out. I'm not going to belabor this point anymore. We need to get to the grocery store and get our food. And I actually want to try and cook a couple of things this morning, or actually it's going to be this afternoon, because it's getting a little into the afternoon. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to craft and draft again, like I said today. I'll take you all along with me for some shots, not alcohol shots, but content shots. And that'll be it for today. And then we got some exciting things planned for the weekend. I'm just going to continue to vlog, but right now I want to make sure that I take you all on this journey and myself on this journey of where I am now and where I'm going to be in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So let's go.
I move like water, finding its way through cracks and corners. I greet the day, each step I take, it's mine to claim. No rush, no race, I'm in the frame. Breathe in my chest, fire in my veins. Every scar a story, every tear a game. I'm proud of myself, yeah. I'm standing tall, not done climbing, but I've cleared some walls. I honor the work, I honor the pain. And I'm still in motion, dancing in the rain. The mirror whispers, you've come so far. Each line, each curve, a map of my heart. The rhythm slows, but I don't mind. I'm in the moment, I want my time. The world spins fast, but I found my flow. Roots in the ground, I let myself grow. Grateful for the weight I've carried through. It shaped my strength, it shaped my truth. I'm standing tall, not done climbing, but I've cleared some walls. I honor the work, I honor the pain. I'm still in motion, dancing in the rain. Ooh, ooh,
I can never repay you for all you are and all you've done for me. I couldn't thank you enough. My worship could never measure how I feel. So I'll be an offering at the potter's.
Y'all may not have noticed, but we had to go to Kroger because I forgot my broccoli. And actually you did notice because I told you we went. But anyways, let's go over this grocery store haul that we got. You saw everything in my buggies. I'm not really going to go through it. You saw everything I had already, and I am starving. It is 2:15 and the medical meeting of the mind start at 4:30. So I really do need to get ready so I can get out of here for that. And I am going to try to cook for at least the next hour, hour and a half. And we can get some stuff meal prepped. So that's what we're going to do right now. And what I wanted to come back and say as I'm unpacking this stuff is I saw a lady this morning and she was doing, her title of her video was Meal Prep on a Budget. And I looked at it just so I can get some meal prep ideas. But if you're following me to try to find out meal prepping on a budget, then...
Absolutely. What's your budget like? And what?
Cancel.
Let's actually know what's landing, so she can keep showing
Cancel.
up and delivering value. And just a quick reminder.
Hey, Meta, cancel. Hey,
For individual
hey Meta. I swear, these glasses.
Got it. Let's start over. What would you like to talk about?
Hey, Meta, quit recording. Okay, I think I got it right. So I've got these glasses on because I want to get some point of view shots. But what I was saying is if you're following me trying to find out how to meal prep on a budget, I am not your girl. I meal prep in convenience. I do a lot of things out of convenience. So you'll see that I brought these diced chicken breasts, and this should be 16 ounces, I think. 20 ounces. So it's 1 1/4 pounds, and I only paid $8 for it. To me, that saves me time from having to take the chicken and cut it up and all that kind of stuff. Why am I going to do that when I could just already have it cut up? So if you pay for convenience and you can afford to pay for convenience, then I'm your girl. I'm not necessarily worried about the budget piece. Now, if something's on sale, absolutely I'm going to get it. This Jenny O was $1 cheaper than the Publix brand, so absolutely I got the Jenny O. But if it comes to what's convenient versus what's not, I'm going for what's convenient. Okay, so I am going to quit yapping because that was all I wanted to say about this segment, and then you can just watch me put all this stuff together. You will notice I forgot the broccoli because it wasn't on my list, but you will also notice I picked up some stuff that was not on the list, okay? But it's fine. I'll be able to use it. The list is really there to make sure that you get the things that you need, and so it's fine. I am going to make some fried rice for us today. We have only eaten once today, and that was a protein shake. And remember, trainer said this morning, you need to get your protein from your food and not necessarily the drinks as a supplement. So we're going to go ahead and just knock all this stuff out. I'm going to quit yapping, put on some music for you guys, and get this stuff all cooked up.
Give you my life, I offer my best, a sacrifice, whatever you ask, morning and night, and every hour that shall pass, it's yours to have and hold, to mold and shape. Lord, fill this place. So fill this place. Fill this place. I am a vessel clay, Lord, feel this place. I can never we're all you are, and all you've done so much for me, so much for me. I couldn't praise you enough.
ready to make a fried rice. And the trick to making fried rice is your rice needs to be cold already. So this is leftover rice that I had from night before last. And so I'm just going to put it in this skillet that has some olive oil in it, the same butter olive oil that I've been using. And I do believe I'm going to have to start measuring or something around this oil because that's fat. But for right now, it's baby steps. So we're gonna just take that and stick it in there. Add a little salt and pepper to the top of it. And then I'm gonna cut up some of this chicken a little bit finer for me. Stick it in the skillet. And then you see I already got my broccoli completed over here. So there's the broccoli. So I'm gonna put some of that in there and just make myself one big stir fry. So let's go ahead and get the rice cooking because I am starving. I should not have waited this long to eat. But that's the whole point of meal prep. And I didn't have as much rice as I thought I did. So we'll cook some more at some point. But I think we got enough food now. You saw earlier when I was making the turkey meatloaf, we actually made it with cottage cheese. This will be the first time that I've done turkey with cottage cheese. What I can tell you is when I did the beef with the cottage cheese, it turned out just fine. It was actually, I couldn't taste the cottage cheese, but just knowing that I got the extra protein from it, and I also think it helped to make it more moist. So we'll see what it does for the turkey. I also used a little bit of panko breadcrumbs, and I put 2 eggs in it so that it'll just stick together real nicely. So your rice is already done, so all you're doing is just making noise to make it sound like you on hibachi. But no, seriously, you're just heating it up, and that's it. So let's cut up a little bit of this chicken because I do want my chicken a little bit finer as I get ready to do it. I'm not gonna get in the habit, which I probably should, of measuring the food just yet. There's a scale that I saw on TikTok that you can actually put your food on, select what it is, and it'll tell you the stuff that's in it. I probably should. But you're actually supposed to measure the food raw. We're not gonna do that today. I just don't feel like it. It's fine. Let's just put some chicken on this plate, on this cutting board. But then again, how am I gonna know how much I'm getting if I ain't measuring it? Alright, let's measure. Scale. And actually I don't have a dirty user because I got some paper plates yesterday. So the way, if you haven't used a food scale before, you just turn it on and you put what you want on it, or you could put it on there and then hit the tear button. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on there. It's in grams. And so then I'm just going to rake the chicken on the plate. And it's saying I got 179 grams, so we'll just round it up to 180 grams of chicken is what we've got. And let me zoom that in so you can see. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see, but it's 179 grams. And on these scales, you got the on button, and then I put my plate on before I hit the on button. But if I didn't, you just hit tear, and then it'll zero everything out, and then you can put what you're actually weighing on top of it. Try to cut with the grain when you can, and what that means is the grain is going that way, so you want to cut this way and not that way. And you know what? Dang goodness, I didn't mean to eat all this rice with this chicken. Oh well, I ain't ate all this, so we're gonna go for it. And the good thing is the chicken and the rice is already done. So you're really just heating it up to get it browned. And technically I would not have eaten this much, but I forgot. I shouldn't have I was supposed to heat up the chicken and the rice, but it's fine. We'll eat as much of it as we can. So let's see what we got. It is the broccoli chicken rice. It looks very bland, y'all. I've already prayed over it. Might need to pray over it again. Let's see. It's not bad. It tastes like chicken bog. That's what it really tastes like. Now, what I want to do, I'll throw my phone, is I want to see what my Fitness Pal says is the amount of protein I'm eating. Oh, so cool. And it says it's great to catch up. So let's put in our current weight. We weighed in this morning at, what was it, 187, I think? Goal weight, we're going to put 157, and we'll keep up that pace. Okay, this is 1,800 calories, so that's about what Winona calculated for me today. So let's go into diary. Let's add, this is pretty much dinner. And let's do chicken. Breast. Actually, let's do diced chicken. Chicken. Here we go. Diced chicken breast. 100 and, let's see, what size is this? 100 grams has 27 grams of protein in it. And so when I measured that, that was 180. So if I ate half, but let's see. The cool thing about them is you can put it in as grams, and then we can change this to 179, which is what it was. And it said there was 48 grams of protein in that whole 179. So and 224 calories, 3.2 grams of fat, and no carbs. So in that case, if she wants me to do 30 per meal, I would have had to have a little bit more than that. But this is pretty cool. So what I would do is I would take the 180, really what I just had is half is like 95. Save. So I had 25.7. 90 and 90 is 180. Actually, it should be 90. Okay, so that's 24 grams of protein, so I'm about 6 short. And then, there you go. And then you just add it. Yeah, we need about 110 grams of chicken to get us the 30 grams of protein that we need. And I think that's the biggest thing I want to make sure I'm getting is just getting enough protein itself. Y'all, I hate cleaning chicken too, so I don't know if I caught that on camera or not, but I did pull some of the fat off the chicken with my hands. But if you put it in apple cider vinegar, it comes off pretty easily, usually without having to do too much pulling and tugging. But also, as you noticed when it was cooking in the pan, there was a lot of that residue. That's the fat, that stuff that just rolled off of it anyways, and that skin stuff. I'm sorry, this is pretty clean to eat this way. So I'm gonna finish up my meal, get ready. Next, I'm gonna wait this to craft and draft. So I'm gonna download all this footage. And then after I download all the footage, I'm gonna get it in place. And then we're gonna head over to craft and draft, and that's it. So, see y'all later.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart starts beating when my headlights shining on her.
Yes, it is.
She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in the eyes, and her full of love and midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl.